This is going to be the tutorial that's going to show you how to make one of these Riptide Slouch hats. This one I did in 2 different colors. This is a solid, 2 different colors for this one too, but only on the band. For this tutorial, you're going to need 2 different color yarn, or you can just do the whole hat in one skein. So it's up to you. I just prefer to have a darker band on my hats. In this one, I used 2 different skeins to just alternate. And what you're going to need in the way of a hook, you're going to need 2 different sizes. One is a 5mm or a size H hook, and a 6mm hook or a size I hook. Also, you're going to need a tapestry needle because you're going to need to sew in the top of your hat. So, get those items and let's get started. Okay, to begin, you want to start by using your 5mm hook or H hook, and you want to chain 66. And this size will fit an adult female or adult male. You can adjust the size by adjusting it by an even number. So whatever you decide, whoever you're making it for, just make sure you end on an even number. For the purposes of this tutorial, I'm just going to make a small little swatch, but go ahead and you chain 66. And then when you're ready, you want to slip stitch into the first stitch. To form a ring. And then you want to chain 2, and this will count as your first stitch. So working in the next stitch, you're going to do a double crochet, and I'm going under 2 out of the 3 stitches. Each chain has 1, 2, and 3. I'm going through both, not just one but both of the loops. So continue to double crochet all the way around your chain. So continue to do that, and I will see you back in a moment. Okay, I've just come to the end of round 1, and you want to slip stitch in the top of the beginning chain 2 to end the round. Then again you want to chain 2. Now for round 2, we're going to be alternating with front post double crochet and then back post double crochet. You want to start with a front post double crochet because this chain at the end of the row will become a back post, and you'll see as you go along. So you want to start with a front post double crochet, and how you do that is you yarn over, you go and you grab the post, and then you double crochet using the post. Then yarn over, and to do a back post, you want to go in through the back, push that double crochet back, and double crochet on the post. Again, when you want to do a front post, pull forward and do a double crochet. And then the back post, go in between the stitches, push that post back, and do a double crochet on the post. You're going to be alternating front post double crochet and then a back post double crochet. Continue this all the way around, and I will see you when you get back up to the beginning. Okay, when you get to the end of round 2, again, you're going to want to slip stitch in that beginning, the top of the beginning chain 2, and then chain 2 again. And you're going to be repeating exactly what you did for round 2 for round 3, which is the very first stitch is going to be a front post double crochet, and the second will be a back post double crochet. So you're basically doing a front post double crochet in all the places that you did last round, and a back post double crochet in all the places that you did last round. So I've come to the end of round 2, and again, to end the round, you want to slip stitch in the top of the chain 2. Oops, I'm trying to go under 2, and then you want to chain 2. Now to start round 3, you're going to repeat the exact same thing you did for round 2. You're going to be putting a front post double crochet where you did a front post double crochet last round, and a back post double crochet in the places that you did a back post double crochet last round. So we started with a front post double crochet last round, so we're going to continue by doing a front post double crochet this round. Then the next stitch be a back post double crochet, and then a front post double crochet. And you are going to be repeating what you did for round 2 again for round 3. And on your rim here, you can see the very first row was row 1, and then you can see here the connection to the next post, that's round 2. And then of course we're starting round 3, which is connected to the next post. So that's how you can count how many rows you have. 1, 2, and 3. You want to have a total of 8 rows. So you're going to be repeating round 2 until you have a total of 8 rows. And this, let me show you. You can see it on this one better because it's variegated. This is the band. So you start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have a total of 8 rows of this front post, then back post, front post, back post. So when you've gotten all 8 rounds done, then I will show you how to begin the next section of your hat. Okay, for the purposes of this tutorial, I just went ahead and I finished my round 3. But you go ahead and do your total of 8 rounds for the rim of the hat. And then you're ready to change colors and hook sizes. When you're ready to do the main part of the hat, you want to change from your 5mm hook over to your 6mm hook or size I hook. So I'm just going to slip that into my loop instead. And if I was actually making the hat, I would cut my yarn here because I would be done with this color. But since this is a tutorial, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to grab my next color, and I'm just going to pull it through my loop and then tighten by pulling the string, the yarn. And now I'm working with this new color, and you want to start off by chaining 2. Now for this round, all you want to do is do one double crochet, in each stitch around. So very easy round here. And since you're supposed to have 8 rounds of your rim, this is round 9. So round 9, just put 1 double crochet in each stitch around. And when you've got that done, I'll see you back here for round 10. Okay, when you get to the end of round 10, I'm going to slip stitch using the post of the chain 2. So I'm just going to go not into the stitch, just like in between these stitches, and slip stitch to end the round. Then chain 2. Now for round 10, you're going to be doing all back post double crochets. So you're going to be doing what you did here, except you won't be alternating. You'll just be doing back post. So you go in and you push that post back, and you do a double crochet. And again, push that back, do a double crochet. Only doing back post double crochets for the round, for round 10. And you can see how this ridge is starting to form. So you want to continue to do back post to get back up here to the beginning, and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, I just got done with round 10. Again, I'm always ending the round by not going into the stitch of the chain 2. I'm just going slip stitching onto the post of the chain 2. You will have a ridge. Let's see, probably easier to show you on this one. You have kind of this ridge going down the center, but this is the clear back of the hat, and since it's a slouch hat, you're not really going to see it because it's going to be folded, you know, while you wear it, so you won't really notice it. And the coloration here is, these are the 2 rounds that we just did. The first one was the double crochet all the way around, and then the next one is back post all the way around, and you'll be repeating those 2 rounds over and over again. So the next round, round 11, will be double crochet in each stitch. So you ended your round as normal here. Got my swatch, so I still have my yarn connected here. So when you've gotten done with see, that would be 9, 10. So for round 11, of course, you'll start again exactly by chaining 2 and putting 1 double crochet in each of your stitches around, just like you did for round 9. And then at the end of this row, of course, you'll slip stitch back into here again, and then you repeat the round 10, which is just doing a back post double crochet around all of them. You'll just be repeating those 2 rounds over and over and over again. This hat, I alternated the colors, and what I did is for the first round, when you start your hat and you change to your 6mm, the first round I did double crochets in this lighter color. Then I went ahead and I switched to my darker color and did my back post double crochet row, and then I did my next row of double crochets with the same dark color. Then I switched to my lighter color and did my back post double crochet row, and then I did a row of double crochets with it, and I just kept alternating every 2 rows. Once you get this first one done, this is the only one you actually only have 1 color. The rest you'll be doing 2 rows before you switch, if you want to do it like this, which I really like this hat. And this one was done all in variegated colors, you can see, and it also has a really nice effect look to it. And this one's even easier because you don't have to switch every row. You just do a double crochet row and then a back post double crochet row, then double crochet row and a back post double crochet row. It's really easy, and it also has a really nice texture that you can see, especially if it's in a lighter color like this. So feel free to color it however you like, however you come up with. And you're going to be repeating those 2 rows over and over and over again until you get to round 20. So you started your very first round of your hat. You had 8 rows, and then the first round of double crochets is round 9 and then 10. So each row here, each rim that you see here is 2 rows. So this is 9 and 10, 11 and 12, 13 and 14, 15 and 16, rounds 17 and 18, then rounds 19 and 20. So when you get to the end of round 20, then we're going to be starting our reducing. So continue that until you get to the very end of round 20, and then I will show you how to close up your hat. So when you're ready, the first round of reducing, round 21, is you want to begin, let me get a little closer for you. You want to begin as all your rounds and do a chain 2. And then you want to do a double crochet decrease. And how I do that is I just yarn over and I go in through 1 stitch and pull up a loop. Then I go right into the next stitch and pull up a loop.
Then I'll yarn over and I'm pulling through 3 loops, then yarn over and pull through 1. And then the next stitch will be a double crochet. And then you'll repeat that for the round. You'll do a double crochet decrease, and then you'll do a double crochet. Then you'll do a double crochet decrease, and then you'll do a double crochet. So continue that all the way around. And when you get back up here to the beginning, I'll show you what to do next. Okay, when you get to the last stitch of the round, if you have another stitch here, just do a double crochet in it if you find you have an extra stitch at the end of the round. When you get to the end, you're going to end it just like you usually do by slip stitching on that chain 2 post and chain 2. Now for this round, you're going to do like you did here to make the ridges. You're going to be doing a back post double crochet. So that was round 21. So for round 22, you're going to just be doing a back post double crochet in each stitch around. So continue to do that for round 22, and I'll see you back here in a moment. Okay, I just got done with round 22, slip stitching on the post of the chain 2. Then for round 23, you want to chain 2, and for this round, you'll be doing a double crochet decrease in each stitch around. So you're just going to go in and do like you did before. Only this time, instead of doing a double crochet next, you're just going to go right in and do another decrease. So you're just going to keep double crochet decreasing all the way around. When you get to the end of round 23, then I'll show you how to do round 24, and then 24 will be the last round. Okay, again, if you get to the end of the round and you only have 1 stitch left, just do a double crochet in it. And then you slip stitch onto the post of the chain 2. Now for the last round, you want to chain 2, and you'll be doing a back post double crochet in each stitch around. So this is your last round, and you're just going to be doing what you've been doing already, but this time it's going to go much quicker because we don't have a lot of stitches left. So just keep on doing your back post double crochets. I'm trying to do it quickly here because I figured I'd do it on camera. It's such a short round. Okay, I think I'm getting to the end here. A few more stitches. You're also, with this round, even though you're doing 1 stitch in each stitch, you're not decreasing, you still are decreasing because you're tightening up that space, so it is getting smaller. Okay, when you get to the end of the round, you'll slip stitch. Actually, this very last round, I'm going to go into the actual top of the chain 2 and slip stitch in there. Then chain 1, and you want to cut your yarn, leaving yourself a decent sized tail to use to sew in the top of the hat. So you want to turn your hat, grab your string, pull it through, and turn your hat inside out. You want to do your sewing on the inside of the hat, not on the outside. So here's my tail, and get your tapestry needle. And you're going to be weaving through the top of these stitches. And just be careful because you have this line right underneath it. So just make sure you're being careful and you're just getting the stitches of this last round. Don't accidentally go through the other round behind it. Even if you just want to push this back just to keep those stitches sticking up. The stitches are fairly large, so it should be pretty easy if you concentrate to not get that other round. Do a few stitches and then pull your yarn through. So I grab up a few stitches and I pull my yarn through. You're making a pulley that's going to grab all of your stitches. Okay, now when you get back up to the beginning, you will pull to close this hole up at the top, or just pull to tighten that. And then I take my tapestry needle and I go through one side of the hole and to the other side of the hole, and I pull it till I have a bit of a loop here, and I'll stick my needle through the loop and pull it to create a knot. I'll do that again, one side of this hole to the other till I have a loop. Put my hook through the loop and pull. Then I'll do it one more time, but this time I'm going to leave my loop there like that, and I'm going to use it, grab my loop like this, to tie a couple of knots, just to make sure that thing isn't going to go loose. Then I like to get the loop here that we have, I just twist it. Just twist it, have my little loop at the end, and then I'll feed it down my stitches of my hat just a little ways, then pull it through. Tug it a little and then cut your yarn. And then you can turn your hat inside out again. And there you go. Hope that yours came out really nice. And I want to show you this one too, how it looks from this end. I don't know if I showed you that before. I really like this one. So there's different ways that you can color it. You can mess around with the different ways of coloring it if you like. But you can do one whole hat with one skein of yarn. So no worries there. So that's it. That's the tutorial to show you how to make the Riptide Slouch hat. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please don't forget to click like, and please don't forget to share this video. And if you're not a subscriber yet, please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.